see. What am I doing? There we go. Cool. Come on in. Hey guys, hi West Haven. Hi Tangi. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing really good. I just filmed an awesome video with one of my really good friends, and I was told to do a live starseed reading, so that's what I'm doing. It's going good. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. Whew. These energies have been insane. How's everyone doing? I hope good. Hello. Come on in, come on in. I'm doing a collective starseed reading. Hi, Glorious. West Haven, I'll pull 2 cards for you because I love you. Hey, James. So oh, okay. West Haven, so we got broken heart in the reverse, so I feel like you're coming out of this energy of sadness and you're going towards community. You're finding your soul group, your soul family, your soul tribe. They want you to engage in community more, West Haven. Okay, so engage with your friends more. You don't have to feel sad. These energies of lower frequencies, I know they exist on this duality plane, but they're just residual. They're not going to be here for much longer. We do have like a man holding a heart upon splitting the deck, so that could be like a new interest, a new person coming in, a new soul that's making his self present for you. And we have door to romance that was like kind of like misconstrued. It's what you have to do, West Haven, is just kind of what they're telling me is to journal blockages around this, to connect solutions that will be more integral towards you moving forward. And your door to personal healing and happiness is coming. And I feel a romance coming for you too. Like if it's not a romance, then it's just more feelings of love, more feelings of integral, unconditional love and happiness. So that's what I'm getting for you. So you had a good reading. I can't even like just pull cards and have them be a specific way. They come out as they need to. They want you to get some rest, rejuvenate yourself, and connect with community more. And I do see someone romantic coming in. Yeah, and you have all these possibilities. You have all these possibilities. So don't like hold yourself back or limit yourself. Like expand yourself. This is the time of expansion now. So you can literally do anything you want. And so, yeah. So we're going to pull, I love you, girl. You got this. And so we're going to pull a collective starseed reading. I'm just getting a lot of crazy energies and visualizations and things that are coming in, messages that are coming in, and wanted to do this for you all. If I'm not like responding to comments as much, it's just because I'm like really trying to like tune in and focus and channel what needs to come through for you guys and gals. So, yeah. So this is like kind of like the underlying energies that everyone's experiencing right now, because you know what's happening? We are leveling up. All the star seeds are leveling up. We're receiving radial encryptions from the sun. We're receiving that source light frequencies that are upgrading our DNA. They're eliminating programmings and ways of thinking, ways of being, and we're literally upgrading to the next level, which is calling in a lot of us to really go within and also go without, and in the middle, and kind of like outstretch these frequencies into avenues and different arenas that we may have bypassed in the past, or we may have overlooked, or things that we may have never even thought of before to look into, to do towards the next things of our adventure, that of which we call life. But I'm feeling like a lot of people are feeling really indecisive right now, but that's a good thing. You know why? Because just like the card that I pulled for West Haven, we have all these adjacent possibilities that are coming through, that are being presented right now. Like, it's literally, this plane of existence that we're on right now wants to limit you so tremendously bad because they're afraid of you and your potential. How do love warriors fight back? We fight back by putting it in their faces that we are literally creator beings, that we are freaking powerful, and we are here to make massive change on this planet. And that is literally what we're doing every time we decide to face our fears and go towards something that raises our vibration. Anything that sparks our interest, that we step over that threshold of fear and we decide to go for it and do it, you're breaking the matrix. You're breaking that system of control. So instead of thinking that you're limited to maybe 1 or 2 decisions or even 500 decisions, you're an infinite soul. You can do everything and more. Our DNA is coming online so incredibly immensely that it's to the point that even if they want to control it, they can't. There's nothing they can control here because they lack the capabilities that we do. It's in our DNA. I love you too. They want access to our DNA. Even if they have access to our DNA, there's things inscribed in our DNA and within our soul that they cannot access. They cannot partake in. They cannot even control. It's funny that we even have control systems here because they're illusory. No one can control you. Why? Because your soul is limitless and it cannot be controlled. It can be on this materialistic realm, your physical body. Yeah, it can be physically here, but your soul lives on forever and ever and ever. So even if they wanted to, let's say, kill you, your soul's going to go on for eternity. It's going to go on for infinity. And the fact that your soul is infinite, and the fact that we limit anything and the fact that we let anyone or anything control us is the most absurd thing that I've ever heard in my entire existence thus far. Which is why I'm here. I'm here to literally break every single system and every single perspective and every single structure by doing the opposite of whatever it is that they want us to do. I'm very rebellious by nature. If you're an indigo, you probably have this within your blood. You probably have this boiling within you. You probably have this wanting and needing to go out and do so many different things because that's what your soul is. Your soul is that expansive. So I know we have fear and we have this and we have that because it's been programmed and ingrained in us. It's been passed down from generation to generation through our parents throughout childhood, which when you're a child, you're the most impressionable. Your mind absorbs things like a sponge. That's why I think the language thing was just presented to me this morning. I was teaching my daughter how to count from 1 to 10 in 5 different languages because I know how to count to 10 in 5 or 6 different languages. But I also know that it's more than just the language. Obviously, telepathy is what we actually communicated with before we even came down here, and light language is simply just the bridge to that. But pretty soon it is just going to be telepathy. No one can control you. Nobody can. And though we're working through these paradigms and systems of control, it's to expand us. It's to learn, it's to grow, it's to expand our souls, but we're also here to literally bust that system and prove them wrong. So why the language thing came through is because I was getting to something there. If it comes back, I'll talk about it. I can't remember now. I was getting really, really passionate into what I was talking about. Something about the language. The language. I don't know. Something about the language. I'm sure if it's meant to come through, it will. But basically, there's so many different routes and avenues and things that we can go down. And there's these programs. Oh, when you're a kid, your mind absorbs things like a sponge, which is why they say to teach different languages when your child is young, because they absorb it like a sponge and your mind is most impressionable. So when this programming is coming through as a child, It's most impressionable. So it sticks with you until you learn how to decode it out of that DNA structure that is so immense and massive and powerful that you realize it doesn't belong there anymore. It doesn't belong in your frequency anymore. It doesn't belong in your mentality anymore. And even though it's constantly bombarded upon us through the media and everything, it's because they want to control you. But you're not here to be controlled. You're not here to fucking be controlled. You're not here to do anything that anyone tells you to do. You're here to pave your own path. You're here to bring about new fucking earth. You're here to be the Neo in the Matrix. The one, the ones. We are all the ones because we're all connected. Our DNA is so powerful. Our light is so bright and so powerful. Our love is so powerful, expansive, and immense, and vibrates so high frequency that they want to downgrade you and keep you from being your ultimate being. They can't. We're waking up. This is the Great Awakening. This is why we came back here at this time. If you feel like you're back here from the future, it's because you probably are. And you know, outside of this dimension, and when you go and you're channeling into higher dimensions, there isn't even such a thing as time, because time is just another form of control. It's a form of limiting. Any system is Satan. And there isn't even really a Satan, but it's just a lower frequency energy. Any system at all, any system on this plane of existence that is wanting to control you is the lower frequencies at work. Because your soul cannot be controlled, which is why they're so desperate to control you. Because they're afraid that once our DNA gets ignited by the sun, which it's happening right now, and I might look like a Looney Tune to a lot of you, but I really just don't give a fuck, because I know this within my soul and every essence and in my bones and every essence of my being, that we're literally here to bring about this change on the planet. And I really just don't care anymore, because I care about us more. So we're really like stepping into our power. We're letting go of fears. I wasn't expecting all of this to come through either. Like I wasn't even expecting all of this to be talked about or spoken about when I jumped on the live. Like I wasn't expecting to go into this huge rant tangent. So just going with the flow of it and trusting it. But we're literally here to step into our power, to embark upon our power, to show the world what we're made of, to show everyone what we're here to do and why we came here. Is to literally show everyone that we're all equal. We're all love. We're all unconditional love. There is no control. Control is an illusion. It's false. It exists here, but it doesn't exist in heaven. It doesn't exist outside of here. But we learn through it, and we transmute it, and then we ascend. Consciousness. Our consciousness is expanding at a level that's basically at the speed of light. There's no stopping us now. There's no stopping us. There's no stopping us. The only person stopping you is you. And even that's an illusion. So we're really learning like all these freaking adjacent possibilities that we can do, that we can explore, that we can dive into, that we can express. Because that's what we're here to do as creators. We're here to express ourselves and to show other people that it's safe for them to do the same. And to step into their power and to shine their light and to show their love to the world that needs it ever so desperately right now. We are the ones who are embarking upon this. We are the pioneers for this. This is why we feel it so immensely. And we all have our different levels and jobs and like what we do while we're here. And there's no reason to guilt someone or make someone feel bad because they're not stepping into their power. They're already powerful. You just being here right now, in your presence, in your being, in a soul, like a soul in a body, like think about how freaking miraculous that is. Like, how crazy is that? Your soul is freaking infinite and you're literally being boxed in fucking muscles and cells and tissues, and you're etheric, you're spirit, you're higher dimensions, you're the universe. You're all encompassing. You are the alpha. You are the omega. You're everything. You are literally everything. We are waking the F up. We are waking the F up. And yes, sure, we'll look crazy to some people, but we're here to plant those seeds so that way they can realize it for themselves. So that way they can be, rest assured in knowing what they're here to do and that it's okay and that everything's going to be fine because we're ascending. And we're having that knowing. We're having that knowing. That knowing is everything. That remembering is everything. Coming back to who we actually are is everything. So now when you think about it and you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I'm too scared. I'm too scared what other people will think of me. I'm too scared of what that person will say about me. I'm too scared to do it. Why? Your soul outside of here does everything. And you're here to anchor that down here to do it right now. If your soul is infinite, why are you afraid to be infinite? When that's who you are and what you are. So think about it now. And when you think of adjacent possibilities and that thing that you want to do so bad that everyone's telling you that you can't do it because they're projecting their own fears onto you, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong and do it anyway. Literally do not care and do it because that's why you're here. That is why you're freaking here. Don't pay attention to the illusions outside of you. They need not attention. What needs attention is you. Give yourself that. Give yourself that. You deserve that. And do some things that are different. Put yourself out there. Expand your consciousness. Expand your thoughts. Even if, let's say, quote unquote, you're in lockdown, which is just another false sense of control because they're scared. Think about it this way. Why would any person or any being need to control someone so incredibly bad? Why? Ask yourself, why? Why? What's the reasoning? Because they're scared. They're scared. They're scared of you. Why? Because you're a creator in a freaking human body. Because you're an infinite soul in a freaking human body. I don't feel the need to control anyone. I don't. And if I ever did, it's because I had that programming placed upon me. Think back to who you were before you incarnated here. What were you? You were purity. You were love. You were vibration. You were light. You could have been whatever the F you wanted to be because you're an infinite soul. You could have been a freaking gigantic balloon that floated into the universe. Like, you can be whatever you want because that's what you are. That's what you are. Think about who you were before you were here. And that is the purest version of you. And anything else that's residing in your field that's making you think, feel a certain way to where you're feeling limited and controlled is just an illusion. And it might have been just the illusion that you wanted when you incarnated here so that you learned how to overcome it. So you could be the biggest, grandest master that you could have ever been within any lifetime. Because you learned it all. And then you mastered it. And then you transmuted it. And then you ascended it. And then you taught others how to do the same. So just a different way of thinking about things. But why would anyone need to control anyone? It's because they're scared. And there's no need to be scared. That's so like 500 million years ago. Sorry, but I get really heated about these things. And passionate and excited. So yeah, expand yourself into different things that you want to do, because why the F not? That's what you're here to do. You're here to express yourself. You're here to shine, babies. Yeah, don't pay attention to lower frequencies. They're just after your energy. Don't give them that gratification. The garden and the gate. The garden and the gate. They want you to access your secret garden. What's your secret garden to you? Where is that dimension or that plane of existence or that memory that you have before you incarnated here? Where is your secret garden, and how do you access it, and how do you shine it out to the world and show the world all about it? Where is your secret garden, and what is that to you? And how can you express that more? How can you make it not a secret? It's important. The temple path, the golden path. People are always like, well, I don't know if I'm on the right path. You're here in a human body. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say it. You're an infinite soul in a human body that's constricted in all different ways. Our language is constricted. You know, we have all these restrictions placed upon us. We come here, we learn it, we grow, we overcome it, we ascend it. You're not on the wrong path. You're not on the wrong path. That's like lack consciousness right there. That's like archonic energy just trying to come at you and dim your light. Don't let it. Be the Neo of the Matrix in every single decision, every single freaking thing that you do. Be the freaking Neo. Be the Neo of the Matrix. Because you are. Fourth chakra, the heart chakra. So yeah, we're learning how to deprogram all these things that were placed on us, all these barricades, all this programming, everything. And it's okay. Like, we're still growing. We're still learning. But in a sense, we've already done it. If the gnosis is there in the way that we think that we've already done something, it means that we already have. And if you feel like you have to see something to believe something, that couldn't be further from the truth. That's, again, a program. Just because you're here in the physical sense and everything is like matter doesn't mean it has to matter. Like, you can believe things before you see them. You can believe anything before you see it. What is limiting you? Like, ask yourself, what is limiting you? Get plenty of rest and rejuvenation at this time. We're going to need it. Plenty of rest and rejuvenation. I've even been doing this. Like, I've had so many things to do in client readings and busy life, like everyone does. But I take time to really meditate and go within my zone. And I notice when I take time to meditate, no matter how long it is, and then go do my work, that I produce some of the best work possible. The most inspiring, the most passionate, the most highly in tuned channelings that I've done. And I don't even have to think about it. They just come through because I've already connected with my higher self, with source, whatever you want to call it, the universe. Taking time for you is so utterly important. And we're meeting our soul family members. They're being drawn to you by your frequency. Everything and everyone is a lesson. And you're going to learn things through every single lesson and person in your life. You're going to learn things through every different situation, through every broken heart, through every abundance that pours in through the world, through everything, every karmic situation, every attachment, everything. Balance even. Balance. You're going to learn things through balance. You're going to learn things through every single thing here while you're here. And it's important. It's definitely important and it's exciting. And we're going to be making tons of connections with people, even more so than before. We're going to be joining forces with those who are here to join forces, which is everyone. We're all here to join forces. We're all here to just make the world a better place. There's a reason why we need that and we want that so badly within our being. It's because that's what we're here to do. We're freaking warriors, guys and gals. We are freaking warriors. Yes, you are. Taking action versus non-action. Action versus non-action. Balancing it out. Finding your own way to do it. Because, I mean, people can project all day. People can tell you, this is my way and this is my way. Well, what's your way? Take time to figure out your own way. Because it's going to be different from your neighbor Bob or your cousin Sally. Like, it's going to be completely different. Step into your own way. Figuring out your own way. Figuring out your own things that you like to do, figuring out the way that you like to meditate, figuring out the way that you like to rest, figuring out the way you like to do anything. I mean, you already know. You already know. But take time to rest. Oh, so we have Door to Romance that just flew out. Door to Romance. So a lot of you could be finding, you know, your twin souls or just your utter relentless, what do they call it? Reflections of you and your soul. So there could be some romance in the air. This could also just be love. in and of itself, higher frequencies of love. Doesn't have to be romance, but it can be. We did pull the romance card. Don't cage your heart either. Do you see that heart in the cage with a freaking keyhole in it? Do you see all these other hearts like moving around? Why the F are you caging your heart in a cage? Why are you doing this, people? Why? If someone wants to open up your heart and access the love that you're here to share through your heart, they can't even do it because you put it in a freaking cage. It's time to be vulnerable. It's time to open up. It's time to not be scared anymore. It's time to get your freaking heart out of this cage, because that's what we're freaking here to do. And if that triggers you, you need to ask yourself why, and learn that it's okay to still have a pure heart while you're here. Amongst all the darkness, amongst all the chaos, amongst all the lower entities, they're obviously controlling you because they're jealous of this. They want you to do this. Don't do what they want you to do, ever. Don't do it. Do the opposite. There's a reason I was a very defiant child. And I'm still defiant because I don't like systems, and I never did from the time I was born. I knew it since I came here. It was a bunch of bullshit. You're going to be walking away from things then, and even, this doesn't have to be dramatic either. This doesn't have to mean like you're changing your whole life and your job and your best friends, and you're just walking away from everyone because you feel they're not on your frequency. Like, you don't have to do that. Just vibe at a high frequency, and whatever it's not meant to be will just fall away, as it always has. I mean, but you're walking away from things that you're now recognizing were things that really dragged you down, were things that just like really kept you from being your ultimate potential. Because now that we're accessing these rays of the sun that are activating us beyond belief, everything right now is activated. It's not just the sun. It's everything. Everything is activating us. So you're walking away from this feeling like you have to hold yourself back, or just anything that's keeping you from being the fullest expression of yourself. You're walking away from that mentality and that program in and of itself. It's a program. It's a program. I figured it was a program. It felt like a program. It's a program. Say no to the programs. They don't serve us in any way. All they do is stall us while we're here. It's like, okay, well, this could have happened like 1,000 years ago, but you guys believed this program, and so it didn't progress because you were too scared to face it. And all it takes is one person standing in their power, standing up to anyone or anything and saying, I'm not fucking doing it anymore. It takes one person. It takes one person. It takes one belief. It takes one soul. Even if they kill that person, you know who I'm referring to. Even if they kill that person, it doesn't stop them because they ascend. Just say no. And just say yes to you and your fullest potential and your light and what you're here to do and your expressions. Say yes to you and the feelings that you have and share them out into the world, because the world is lacking that so immensely right now. The world needs your light. There's a reason you have this light within inside of you. And I'm getting emotional because it's so important. There's a reason you have this light inside of you. Do not let anyone or anything come in between you shining and expressing that light. Be the light where there is darkness. Even if you're the only lighthouse, be it. Go against everyone. Go against everything. That's what it's going to take. Be the light. You're not here to just be like everyone else. That's what the society wants you to think. That's why people get plastic surgery and do all this stuff to be just like fucking everybody else. But you're not here to be everybody else. You're here to be your own way of expressing. And I don't have anything against that. Express yourself the way you want to, but you don't have to be like everyone else. There's a reason why you're different. And embrace that. It's fun. If we were all the fucking same robots just walking around, like, how fucking boring would the world be? Like, what the fuck? That would be the most boring experience ever. There's a reason why we all have different perspectives. There's a reason why we don't agree upon anything. It's because then we come together to culminate an idea and form an agreement. To ascend higher. We learn through the disagreements. We learn through everything. Everything is a facet to learn and to expand your consciousness. It's important. Yeah, shine your light. Working with the solar plexus right now is so important. You can do so many things with the solar plexus. Like, but you have to find what works for you though. This is just me. Like, I love my solar plexus. Me and my solar plexus, we go way back. I mean, I feel like me and my solar plexus, like, we had a relationship, like, we were like this before I incarnated here, because damn, I've done miraculous things through my solar plexus, which is your stomach. You can envision the color yellow. You can sun gaze. You can do star pose in the sun. You can do so many things. You can just imagine yourself emitting frequencies from your solar plexus and just like watch the magic that happens around you. But it's you, like it's you that's creating the magic. It's not just one chakra. It's not just one thought. It's not just one belief. It's not just one action. It's the multifaceted, multidimensional multitude of you and your soul and the way that you go about doing things. And you're learning, you're tapping in. It's like you're tapping into the radio tower, that of which is you. And you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Before I incarnated here, I used to do it this way. Let's try it this way. Oh, that doesn't work? Well, I'll just try a different way. We'll do it this way. Oh shit, I learned that and I learned this and wow, okay. That's what you gotta do. That's what you got to do. You're literally tapping into the radio tower, that of which is your soul. And you're remembering all these frequencies and all these different ways of expressing yourself and activating and shining and putting yourself out there and learning different things by doing so. Abundance is just a natural byproduct of you. So it's funny that society tries to control you through abundance when you can literally insert your light into every facet of every system and literally annihilate it from the inside out with your light. Hello? That's why they can't control you. They can kill you. Yeah, they can kill your physical body here on earth, but your soul's going to ascend and then probably come back and haunt those mother effers. If you choose to. You don't have to do it that way, but I mean, it would be fun, wouldn't it? I don't want to waste a lifetime picking on someone that didn't understand cosmic consciousness or the universal ways of being. But that's just my opinion. But it's just like, you got to think about it. Like, no one can control you. And even if they say they can, they can't. Don't fall for it. Stand in your power and just say no. And if they shoot you, they shoot you. I mean, that wouldn't be fun. Yeah, it would suck. It'd hurt. But then your soul goes on anyways. And I'm not telling you to go get shot. Like, that's not what I'm telling you. But I'm telling you to stand in your truth, stand in your power, and to show them that you're not scared, because there's no reason to be scared. There's no reason. And there's more of us than there are of them anyways. What are they going to do? Like, that was another thing that I wanted to talk about. Our DNA is coming online to the point, like, okay, people always wonder, like, okay, well, how did the Egyptians build the pyramids? And how did they put these huge, massive stone walls in at Nan Madol? If you're researching Lemuria, I'm obsessed with Lemuria. I've been researching it for almost 5 years now. How did they do this? Well, we used to not have programming, and we used to have access to all of our powers, and it used to be something that was actually taught in the Egyptian mystery schools, and even before that, it was something that was actually innately known. We were more in tune with the earth. We were more in tune with the sun. The Lemurians called the sun their Maya, and they gained their power through the sun. So, I mean, they had an understanding we are so far cut off from where we used to be. And it's not really our fault. It was forced upon us because they're scared of us. But anyways, you could literally levitate anything with your mind. You could do anything with your mind. And we're remembering how to do this. There's a reason why I can move trees with my mind. It's called aerokinesis, and you get in, and you basically understand that you're in symbiosis with literally everything in the universe, and that you can literally do anything. Who's to say you can't? Have you tried it? Keep trying it. Keep practicing with it. There's different abilities that we can do. There's telekinesis. Yes, you can move things with your mind. Yes, you can read people's thoughts. Yes, you can predict the future. Yes, you can levitate. Yes, you can do all these things that they tell you that you can't, because it's a program that's they want to ingrain in your mind to make you believe that you can't. You know, Marvel movies and the superheroes in Marvel movies, and why this keeps coming up? You are those superheroes. They want you to believe that all those powers are outside of you and that you can't do them unless you're special, when you're actually the special ones, and they want the ability to be able to access that, which is why they run all the experiments on our DNA, which is why they suppress us so badly, because we are these superhuman goddess beings of power that can literally do all this stuff. And you can call me crazy, I really don't care, because I know it for a fact to be true, because I've done it. And if you want to see proof of this, you can check out my YouTube channel where I do telekinesis and aerokinesis, and I do it all day long, baby. And I keep practicing and practicing. And you know another message that came in? Oh, if you haven't learned Biolocation, you need to. And I do offer a course on this. It's amazing. It's interactive. I'm with you every single step of the way. But this isn't a shameless plug. I'm getting to a point here. I had a vision that came in about Biolocation and what we're going to be freaking doing if we haven't been already, but we're just not subconsciously aware of it. So what that vision is that we're going to be bilocating, and we're going to be splitting off all over the freaking globe, and we're going to be doing all of our powers. We're going to be doing our aerokinesis and literally creating storms. We're going to be doing everything. We're going to be doing everything, and we're going to be utilizing our powers together as one, because we work better together. We work better together. We work better together, because we do. We work better together, which is why we're like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to hate Susie because she told me I was a bum like yesterday. I'm actually supposed to make up with her and be her friend because she holds different pieces of the puzzle that I don't, and that was just a program in my mind that was making me think I shouldn't like her, and blah 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 blah. That's why you want to forgive everyone. There's a reason why Yeshua did it. He knew. We work better together. We all hold different pieces to the puzzle. We all hold different pieces of the puzzle. When we come together, there's literally no stopping us. I mean, there's no stopping you now because your soul's infinite. I'm just saying, if we want to take over literally every lower frequency infrastructure that's here right now, we have to come together. We have to band together because we all hold different pieces to the puzzle, and our superpowers are coming online. So like I was saying, that vision they showed me is that we're going to learn how to bilocate, but not just split off as one. We're going to split off as like multi-dimensional, like as infinite as our soul is. And then we're going to utilize our gifts that have come online, or that soon will be coming online if they haven't already. I literally started doing telekinesis when I was, I don't know what age I was. I think it was like 10. I just started experimenting with it and could do it. Everyone can. And if you think you can't, then that's a program or some sort of blockage there that you're needing to just practice telekinesis, and then you'll realize that you can do it, which will empower you and give you confidence, and then you'll keep trying it more and keep practicing it more, and then you'll be able to do it more and more and more. But we're going to be bilocating in not just like 1, 2, or 10 versions of us, but it's going to be all of us, and we're going to be expanding out in the multi-dimensional multitudes that we are all over the planet, and we're going to be utilizing our gifts of like aerokinesis, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, hydrokinesis, literally all different ways of doing things. And it's not just like telekinesis. There's lots of different things that we can do that we haven't even scratched the surface of. Do you know, like, I get so baffled by people that are just so programmed against like anything magical or anything imagination. Like, did you know your imagination is actually what's real and this is all illusion? Hello. Yeah, I'm planting seeds right now. This might trigger a lot of people. I'm gonna have a lot of hate messages after this, but you know what? I just don't give a fuck. So yeah, we are remembering that the imagination, the dream realm, is what's actually real, and this is actually while we're asleep. But we're still learning important things through every dimension. And there's a reason why we are anchoring this knowledge here now in the sleeping dimension, because we're waking people up from it. So that way we can ascend it. But basically, there's all these gifts that we're going to be doing, and we're going to, sorry, my dog just hit the camera. We're going to be utilizing all of our gifts across the globe. Everyone is. And we're going to be remembering how to work with our light body, how to access our light body, how to do all these things, how to time travel the organic way that we all can do, because like they're using, what do they call it? The inorganic ways, like CERN and everything, to try to make their own inorganic ways of like doing things and making it look so cool to masses, when actually like this is something that you have done for eons and eons and decades, dimension upon dimension upon dimension, like lifetime upon lifetime. Like you're the masters of it. You've just forgotten that you are. And so you're going to be remembering while you're here that you can do these things, and they're going to be coming online more and more and more. And the point that I'm getting to is like, seriously, once we start really mastering these abilities, that of which we can do, all of us, we're unstoppable, guys. We are the superheroes of the world, of the universe. So keep practicing with these superpowers. And if you feel like you can't do them, ask yourself why, and at least try before you say you can't. And even if you can't do it the first like 10 times, keep trying, because I promise you, you'll be able to if you keep trying and you keep practicing. But there's a reason why we're going to be bilocating, because some of these skills have been suppressed, and there's been things that have been done to our DNA and things like, I don't know everything, guys. I don't know everything, obviously, but there's things that have been done to our DNA since we came here to keep us from remembering or accessing the things that we can actually do. But the reason we're going to be bilocating and splitting off and like doing what we can now, through doing that, it's actually, let's say, for example, you are doing aerokinesis, is where you work with the winds and you can make the trees blow. And let's say we're going to be utilizing this and you want to bilocate. So what that is when you're fully conscious and your light body and your soul steps outside of itself and it can see you and you can see it, which is just you, your soul, because you're multidimensional and multifaceted and you can do multiple things. So you're walking around and you can go and travel anywhere in this entire universe, and you can go up to things and you can move things and you can align things and you can heal things. And there's a reason why you hold these gifts. And then instead of splitting off into one, you can split off into 10 and do the same kinds of things and help the planet. You can do it now. You can do it now. Why wait? Why wait? Do it now. Try it. Try it. And if you don't know how to do it, look it up or take my Biolocation course. Like, I teach every step of the way how to do this. It's amazing. But you can do it innately on your own. There's so many star seeds that can just do this naturally. And the more you practice with it, the better you get. But I'm saying we're all going to be doing this, and we're going to be powering the grid up. We're going to be accessing crystal memory. Ooh, we're going to be accessing crystal memory, crystal power, so many different elements of the earth. We're going to be accessing and we're going to be utilizing. And this sounds like a freaking movie, but I'm telling you, it's what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in this lifetime. I feel like it already is. I feel like there's a reason why I've been so drawn to like telekinesis and like aerokinesis, and the reason I can do these things right now, and everyone can. I'm here to speak about it. I'm here to teach these things. Like, I know that I'm here to do it. We are accessing our full integral power, our full power that is literally limitless. And there's so many things that we're going to be doing. And Spirit is just providing me little snippets of images and visualizations here and here and here and there. And like every single one that comes in, I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, and just imagine the things that like, we're like, oh my God, that's amazing. I didn't know I could do that. Like, imagine all that has been held back from us purposefully. And what we're going to be accessing and re-remembering. And you know how people say like our eyesight only sees like whatever % of the spectrum, and then there's everything else outside of here? Like, we already know innately this. I feel like we've already seen everything, but we're here to teach it through these bodies, to re-access it, to re-remember it, to re-teach it to people, and reawaken all the souls. So I don't care. I know people will think I'm crazy and all yada, 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 but like I literally don't care. Otherwise I wouldn't come on here and talk about it. But that's what we're going to be doing. So I highly encourage people to really start working with telekinesis. It's a huge message coming through. Like I wasn't planning on like really talking about this. I was going to discuss like my biolocation vision that they showed me, but like definitely work with telekinesis. There's how-tos on YouTube all over online where you can just start with like, I think they use like a sponge, and then you can get like a little needle, like a sewing needle, put it in the sponge, and then like a little piece of tin foil, and you can put it on the needle, and then you can imagine the tin foil turning with your mind, with your third eye. You just kind of concentrate on it, but you don't have to force it. I notice when I barely try is when it moves. So there's all these different things that we're going to be re-accessing, re-remembering through trial and error, and through teaching ourselves and through teaching one another. So when you literally call someone crazy, or you discount someone's teachings or someone's thoughts or someone's ways, it's only closing your mind off from ascension. Because the more that you soak up and that you learn and that you acknowledge through learning, through hearing, you expand more, which is what we're here to do. So we really need to just come together now. I mean, we've always needed to do this, but we need to more than ever now. And I feel like it's just kind of naturally happening. But yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say. I don't know. That's kind of like the messages. I mean, I can pull some more cards and just see what else comes through. I went on a huge tangent in a rant. I wasn't expecting all that, but that was cool. Yeah, message in a bottle. This has been something that keeps coming through. A message in a bottle. What does this mean to you? You know, I kept getting, I think it was my last reading, the Galactic Core reading, where they were talking about this message in a bottle. In this bottle, in this specific card, there's a telephone. And it's in this bottle. And Spirit kept saying throughout that reading, they're tired of playing telephone. Where, you know, we learn something and we speak about it like I'm doing it now, and then it's like getting misinterpreted or misconstrued, or it just doesn't come through the wire the correct way, or, you know, it just, it gets distorted along the way is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But what's going to be happening now is this new earth frequency that we're all implementing right now, we're all integrating and we're all intaking. It's going to be a frequency amongst everyone that is here that's a starseed, because all of you are cosmic beings. All of you are of universal energy. All of you are here. There's a reason. It's not for no reason. And you are important, and anyone that tells you that is afraid of you, which is why they're telling you that, because you're scaring something inside of them. So this frequency, this new earth frequency, is going to be delivering downloads, frequencies, codes. It's something that's, I think, already been happening for a while. Maybe even since we've been here. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that this new earth frequency is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, to the point where the message is so clear that it can't be distorted anymore, from person to person to person to person. And there's a reason for this. It's because Spirit is tired of all the inorganic stuff here that doesn't even serve anyone except darker forces that just need to be looked at themselves. They need to go within themselves. They need to transmute themselves. You know, everyone's like, well, you need duality. Well, yes, of course. There's a reason why we came here, to learn things through duality, but we don't need duality. That in itself is a program. What we need is to come together, to be in unison, and to ascend, and to build worlds upon universes that are nothing less than magical. We know it in our truth of truths, which is why it probably resonates so deeply with inside of you, because it's a part of you. It's who you are. It's what you are. This new earth frequency that's coming through, it's going to deliver so many activations to the point where you're probably going to look crazy to everyone, but it doesn't even really matter. It doesn't matter. You're here. If this is resonating for you, and even if it's not yet, because it might not resonate till years later, or even decades later, or even futures later, or even, I don't know, far off in the future. But you need to just stand in your power and to just go with the flow and to just practice with these abilities that are coming online, because there's a reason that they are coming online. And it's for you to master them, to learn them, to utilize them, to teach others how to do it. We all have our own gifts, like our own unique gifts. There's so many gifts that we have, and they're all so unique and beautiful and magical. You are literally a mosaic of gifts that are meant to be expressed out into this universe. That is what you are. That is what you are. So it's important. It's important to express yourself. It's important to express yourself. And if, honestly, like if someone calls you crazy or says that you can't do something, it's because they're only holding themselves back from their full infinite potential. And so what do? We try to help them. And if they don't want help, then we let them figure it out on their own time, whenever they're ready to. But this is what's coming in, is this new earth frequency. So it's going to be like transmitted from love warrior to love warrior, from being to being. And like I said, there's like a lot that's happening, like between worlds. This is what's happening. It's like the shifting of consciousness. Like we all thought it was this like fear, terrible, torment world. What are we? We are this. We are this. It's like Wizard of Oz. You know, she goes from the black and white duality to the, oh, there's a whole freaking universe of color here that I didn't know about, but I like it a lot better over here. There's a reason she fell from the sky. Because we all did. We're all star seeds. We're here to bring this color back to the planet. However that resonates for you. But yeah, new life, happiness, higher power. There's a reason why we don't like lower frequencies. Because we know in our innate truth of truths that they don't belong within our field. Because they are not a part of who we are and what we are. We're accessing our treasure. We're accessing our treasure. So this is just basically, I guess, to plant seeds and to inspire you and to help you through this process of indecision, or where you're holding yourself back, to just like not be afraid of what anyone thinks, says, does, and to express yourself and your authenticity and to be your truth and to hold the light and to be the magic where the magic cannot be found, or where they think it cannot be found. Because you are this. You are this. There's a reason why you feel it within your being, within your truth, because you are this. You are this magic. You are this amazingness. You are this light. You are this love. It's all you. You're the ones creating this magic. Just like they say in the secret garden. He's like, Mary, are you creating this magic? And she looks right back at him, at Deacon, and she goes, you are. We all are. We're all creating this magic. We are this magic. So, yeah, we're regenerating our DNA. We're regenerating. We're regenerating our DNA. There's so many freaking amazing things that we can do. Yep, we're all one. And we're all different pieces to the puzzle. Like, it's exciting. There's so many things that we can learn from one another. Are you taking the time to learn them? Are you taking the time to open your mind up? To open yourself up? Or are you limiting every idea that comes in? Are you limiting every person that comes in? Are you limiting every perception that comes in? Are you limiting everything you're seeing and discounting it? Because that's not going to help. That's just going to stall you. It's only going to stall you. Everything does happen for a reason. It's to help you grow. But do not discount the visions you're seeing. If you're seeing like amazing angelic beings, or even like rhinoceroses that glow a yellow light, Whatever it is that you're seeing, don't discount it. Don't discount it because it's part of the magic. It's part of you. Why are you discounting you? Our DNA is like coming back online, reconnecting, reawakening, reconfiguring. I don't know. It's doing its DNA thing. It's cool. Yeah. So there's a lot here. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I talk and people just look at me like I have 9 heads. But I'm okay with that. I just feel like I'm able to not discount things the way that others do, and not judging anyone. That's fine. We've been programmed. But I'm definitely here to open up your mind to all the other possibilities that there are and could ever be. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. There would be no need for me to be speaking to this little contraption right here, talking to all of you. So I want to inspire you. I want to show you like how amazing everything is, and like how much is possible, and how much there can be, and how much you are. And like it goes against everything that you're taught and everything you're led to believe and everything you're programmed to perceive and believe. But this is what you are. You are vastness. You are infinite. You are limitless. You're magic. You're amazing. You're awesome. You could do amazing things. Why hold yourself back? This is not the time to hold yourself back unless you really want to do that and that's part of what you signed up for. I mean, more power to you. You do whatever you want. I want to grow. I want to grow while I'm here. I want to see everything that I can possibly see. I want to research everything, but I want to take it from my own resonance and from my own point of view and piece it all together. There's so much I want to do while I'm here. I want to teach. I want to inspire. I want to heal. I want to light up the entire freaking world, the entire universe, every single multiverse. I want to bust every system that is here. I want to break the matrix. I want to show the truth of all the truths that are all truths. I want to be the light because that's what I am. And that's what you are. So I just want to inspire you. I want to get a little fire lit up under your butts, like that came through the last reading. I want to light a lighter under your tushes and get you excited for what's coming. And to help you, I guess, mentally prepare, but also like physically prepare and like do things that you've never even fathomed to be a possibility. I want you to express yourself in the full infiniteness that you are. Because you're amazing. I want you to remember, and it doesn't even really matter if you remember, because you're already doing it. And the fact that they tell you that you're not, or try to make you think that you're not, isn't there a reason for that? What's that reason? It all goes back to control. And what are they trying to control? Everything. And why? Because you and that everything are more powerful. Yeah, The Matrix was not a movie, my friends. And Neo spells one. And we are all one. And we are all the breakers of the Matrix. We are. We're breakers of the Matrix. We're literally so limitless and vast and amazing. We are. Anyone that tells you that you're not has either put a blockage in front of themselves or it's just a program running. So stay true to who you are. Stand in your power. Do something that lights you up. Be goofy. Be vulnerable. Put yourself out there. Be seen. Because I see each and every single one of you. And I know how limitless and how beautiful every single one of you are. even the lower entities, because I've already transmuted every single one of them. We all have. How? And just being here. I love you guys. It's true. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.